All right, Justin, and as Justin was saying, chaos at the State Fair tonight where police responded to a shooting around 9 p.m. tonight. Matt joins us live from this scene. Matt, can you tell us what you're seeing?
Yeah, that's right, Sylvia. Right now we're at the Oklahoma State Fair near the main gates, gates 3 and 4. Right now there's a large police presence here right now. We've been told by police that they're responding to an active situation, and we're expecting more clarity and information from them shortly. But there's been masses and groups of people leaving the State Fair. They've been on loudspeakers saying that the fair is closed for the evening. You can see just a little bit of the scene behind me. Lots and lots of police cars and ambulances and EMS vehicles right now. There's been a trickle of people coming out for the past 20 minutes that we've been here on the scene right now. You can see that there's lots of officers walking all across the fairgrounds right now as well. We've heard from some people that they heard information about people possibly being hurt in the fairground. We don't have any of that confirmed as of yet, but again, that's something that we're going to be asking police shortly, and we'll bring that update to you as soon as we have it. Sylvia, back to you.
All right, Matt, and we are getting some more information about that. We are still trying to visit with police to get further details. What we're seeing out there, we have one of our reporters, our Something Good reporter, Mike Glover. He has some family members who were out there. He tells us that they did see someone being carried out on a stretcher. This is video that came in from a viewer of the chaos out there. You can see someone running, a lot of people running. Someone is screaming, "Go, go, 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 go." And this video is about a minute long. At one point, you can see a police officer who walks by, and it looks like he has a long gun strapped to his chest. Again, this happening about 9 o'clock tonight. Our initial dispatch report saying that there was at least one victim, a possible male, shot in the chest. Again, we are still working to confirm that with police. The intersections have been shut down. You see the firefighters, the staging area, a lot of folks just standing around. We've gotten a couple of emails from folks saying that they did hear gunshots. Again, still exactly what happened, we're trying to learn that information now. Now, what Matt was telling us just a little earlier, that police were there. They did hear officers over the intercom telling people the State Fair was closed, that they needed to go home. I don't know if they've been allowed to actually leave the parking lot. About 5 to 10 minutes ago, we were told that no one was allowed to leave the parking lot.
They do not know who the shooter is or if he's still at large around here on the fairgrounds. They are going to really be monitoring closely as people are exiting the fairgrounds to try to figure out if anybody's got a description of the person or a possible car that they got into or anything like that. So this is going to go on for most of the night here, Sylvia. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. And we are getting some information now confirmed by Oklahoma City Police. They are telling us this was an isolated incident involving a group of males. They got into an argument. That argument escalated and one person was shot. The victim transported to the hospital in critical condition. We're told that one arrest has been made. At this time, it's unclear whether they expect to make additional arrests, but again, this was a shooting. Police say this was an isolated incident involving a group of males.
So we know from that update that you just shared that police have now confirmed that at least one person was hurt during this incident at the Oklahoma State Fair, and again that they're calling it isolated. So again, we saw a lot of mayhem as everyone was trying to leave all at once. People were running away. And again, as Jim Gardner has mentioned, too, that there's a bit of a traffic bottleneck as everyone's trying to escape from the fairgrounds right now. But again, police are saying that that's an isolated incident. And it also appears, too, from the police officers behind us as well, that this situation has calmed down quite a bit. We haven't seen as much urgency of people running around, so telling from that, it does look like on their end perhaps that there is a bit more of a control and a handle on the situation right now. Sylvia?
A gentleman who was there at the park when just chaos unfolded there. Micah?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Micah. Can you just tell us what were you doing? What did you hear? What did you see?
Yeah, so we were right inside the entrance of the Bennett Center, I think like the south side entrance, and we were getting waters. As we were walking out, we passed by a group of like 6 guys. They were pushing and shoving each other. At first, we thought they were joking. About 15 seconds later, right after we walked by them, we heard the shots. I want to say it was like 2 or 3, and everybody just started running. I saw a group of at least 5 guys together, I want to say. Tall, black. I think most of them were black. And then they were wearing mostly black. One of them had a hat on. One of them pushed one of the individuals and said something to the effect of, "You don't know who I am." And one of the other individuals who was pushed responded with, "I don't care who the F you are." So at that point, I would say 10 to 15 seconds later, as we were about to exit the building, the shots went off right behind us, and a lot of people started running. That's when we started running.
It just sounded like something super big just fell on the ground. So we weren't really too worried about it. And then like more and more and more cops just came in. Everybody was just running out while the cops were coming in, and the fire department came in. It was pretty crazy.
I understand that we have some video where you can actually hear those shots being fired. We're told that happened inside the Bennett Center. Okay, so it sounds like you can hear, if I'm not mistaken, at least 1 to 2 gunshots in this, but you can see the sense of urgency for folks to get out, not knowing what exactly is happening, just running, fleeing, and other folks kind of looking around, uncertain what is happening.
Before 9:00 p.m. here at the State Fair, there was a altercation that occurred in the Bennett Event Center between 2 groups of people. During that altercation, one person pulled out a gun or produced a gun and fired a shot at another person. At the time, there's 1 shooting victim that was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. There were a few other people that were reported with injuries, probably due to the chaos and the crowd leaving the fair as quickly as possible. We did get 2 people into custody right now that we're trying to determine their involvement. It is believed one of those is the shooter and is the suspect in this incident.
We now have a very full understanding of exactly what happened here tonight. So police say it all began right here at the Bennett Expo Center. They say that there was a fight that had broken out inside of the center, and then as that fight was happening, that somebody shot another person in the chest, and that victim is currently in critical condition and was taken to a local hospital. But what you also learned during the news conference that just happened is that there was a separate following incident after that of someone else shot into the air several times. Police are currently unsure if that's the same person who fired the initial shots or if that's a second person. That's all part of their investigation. We also now know too that there's 2 people who are in custody right now. Police say that they're not looking for any other suspects as of right now, but that's all information that we'll update our viewers on if it changes.
It was an isolated incident between a small group of individuals. It impacted a lot of people, obviously, because we ended up closing the fair tonight. But once we've learned that it was an isolated incident, there didn't seem any reason to not open tomorrow business as usual for the last day of the fair.
And for people who are watching right now and are trying to plan out possibly a visit to the fair tomorrow, I mean, what would you say to instill a bit of confidence in them?
Well, know that there's a lot of safety protocols in place. We have scanners at the gate. We don't know where the breach was, but there are scanners at the gate. We have turned away weapons, so we know they work. And we'll just be on, a little bit more diligent maybe, but we do feel that we've got a lot of safety protocols in place. And again, not knowing where this breach came from, we'll review the tapes, take any guidance from Oklahoma City Police, but be open tomorrow business as usual and hope people trust that we're here to protect their safety, because safety and security is priority number 1.
Well, Scott, I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much. Sylvia, we'll go ahead and throw it back to you.
All right, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. You were just hearing from Scott Munns, an official there with the State Fair. He telling us that the fair will commence tomorrow. It is the last day. He said that it is certainly their priority. Safety is priority there at the State Fair. Again, because this was an isolated incident, as Oklahoma City said, they are planning on resuming the fair tomorrow.